What's up, you guys? We're back here working on Debbie the Dyna, and we're gonna address something that I probably have had the most questions about, and that is the old handbrake situation. I finally got all the stuff figured out to do this thing. It's been a goddamn nightmare, but we're gonna take care of that today. We'll start walking through that right away, and we're gonna do one other thing. So I'm sure most of you will recognize this old Frankenheader here because I've been catching a ton of shit about it and how ugly it is for the last year, but I mean, it served its purpose, and I'm definitely thankful for that, but to be honest, this pipe has been cut apart and put back together more times than Bruce and Caitlyn Jenner put together, so it's time for this baby to get retired and hung up on the shelf, and we're going to replace that thing with... So Sawicki Speed Shop was cool enough to notice my situation and hook me up with this beautiful pipe, so we're going to get that thing on here today and wake up the neighbors. So let's get into it and get a quick recap of where we left off last. So if you guys watched the video a few months back where I started this whole project, you know that I ran into a couple problems putting it together. First of all, there was a ton of missing pieces. Let's just say that a very popular online stunt shop are a bunch of useless idiots and don't know how to fill out an order properly. So a lot of the stuff that I paid for didn't show up. The stuff that did show up was missing parts inside of it. And ever since then, my emails have gone unanswered, so that's awesome, and we've had to figure it out ourselves. So I think I got that dialed out now. First was we had to get hardware and bushings to mount the calipers on. So I found the hardware, that was no problem. I still have to make the bushings to get those on there, so we're gonna do that in this video. Another problem was the rear brake line being way too short, as you can see, and took some digging around to find something that's gonna fit this bike and be the right length at the same time, and thankfully my buddy Dallas came through and he had one laying around from a newer Dyna with a longer swing arm, and it's gonna line up exactly perfectly, so that's super awesome. Thanks to him for this. Another issue was the calipers not lining up properly. A lot of the industry seems to think that GSXR parts are the only thing that you can put on a Harley Davidson, and that's totally not true, because if you look at the GSXR caliper, you put that on here, it actually is much too tall for this rotor, and you're only getting about half the brake pad, and they say, well, you're just gonna have to put a bigger rotor on it. And I was like, well, that's pretty stupid. So I actually found out that the caliper off the 636 that I took apart in a few videos back, it goes on bang on perfect, because these mounting studs here are about 10 mil shorter and are dead on the right length, so that's super awesome. So that was a big sigh of relief that I don't have to spend more money on this thing that I don't have, and we can actually put this together today, I think. So enough talking, let's do this. So a lot of you are probably wondering what the hell I'm doing right now, and I am actually just soaking this stuff in isopropyl alcohol. And what that's doing is help lift all the old brake fluid out of the seals, and actually impregnates itself in the metal a little bit, so it's going to clean that out of there too. And the reason for doing that is because we're switching from this caliper, which was running .4 forever. We're going to be running .5 because this one's going to be controlled by the foot brake, and all Harley stuff is always running .5 in it. And anyone who knows anything about brake fluid, .4 and .5 do not play nice together. So this is going to help lift that out of there. You're really supposed to replace the seals and all that stuff when you do this. So do not do this to your own bike. Don't take this as the gospel or anything. This is just me being a cheap ass and getting this thing going right now. But if you're in a pinch, this is an old school trick that helps. awesome. Guess I better bleed these babies. So apparently my brake bleeder doesn't work anymore, and we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. It's gonna take so long. Alright, now that I've got sufficient arm pump from bleeding those brakes, let's put that beautiful pipe on. Think it's too late to fire this thing up? Bah, my neighbors already hate me anyways. Let's do this. Look at all that goodness. All right, well, I'm happy that's over with. That whole handbrake situation has been months in the making, and super pumped to actually have a nice pipe on this bike. Huge thank you to Sawicki Speed for hooking me up with this thing. It sounds angry as hell and looks super awesome, so big thanks to Tyler. And anyways, I'm gonna cut this one off now so I can go to sleep, so make sure if you guys wanna support the channel, go click the website link down below, do some shopping, and we'll see you guys in the next one.